What's up, everyone? I'm Jimmy from Automated Scale. Gonna do a little demonstration of the ZM155 hazardous area indicator. This specific indicator here has replaced the GSC 350, 355 IS series. That's me with my elbow on the scale, FYI. We got it connected here to a single cell bench scale, about 100-pound capacity. This specific indicator will operate off a hazardous area power supply, a battery, or a safe area power supply. So this specific power supply right here, this is the hazardous area. This takes in 110 volts AC, converts it to a lower voltage DC, which powers this indicator. About 2.5 volts DC is what this converts to. So that's that's what's happening in the hazardous area, would be 2.5 volts DC. So right here completes just the hazardous area setup. Now, for this specific application, we have this weight value broadcasted to an analog output 4 to 20 milliamp signal to a customer's PLC. So what we have for that is a safe area hub. We're using the ZM303 as the hub indicator to host the 4 to 20 analog output card. So from this point is where the analog signal, the analog output signal will come into the scale and go to the PLC. So in order to be able to get these two to talk to each other, we have what's called a comms box with a comms barrier inside running off this type of cable. This is all RS-232. It's RS-232 out of here to this barrier section, where if there was a short or anything that was to happen in the safe area that was going to send a surge, the barrier would trip, cut it off here. Nothing else would feed back into the hazardous area to cause any type of explosion. So the comms box uses RS-232, which is different from Fairbanks and Rice Lake, which uses fiber optics. The major difference is that I can go about 10 times farther with this comms cable than I can with fiber optics. Now, it's suggested that you go about 200 feet with fiber optics. We could probably push that a lot further, but in this case, with this type of setup, you can go up to 1,000 meters, which is roughly over 3,200 feet. So that's quite a bit of a difference for the longer runs into the safe area. So this specific application, we got about 100 feet right here. And so just going to take you over the kind of the simplicities of this. So in the hazardous area, I got scale reading 0. There's nothing on the scale. I'm going to take a little bit of weight, 2-pound test weight. You can see 2 pounds is on there. I'm going to go ahead and tear this out. Goes to 0 in net mode, as we'd like it to. And then I'm going to go ahead and throw 50 on here. Shows 50 on the button. Let's head on over to the safe area indicator. Again, it's the reflection in net mode, exactly what it is. I'm going to take off this 2-pounder just to show. Goes down the way it's supposed to. Put it back on there. Update speed is pretty good. Take off the 50. Take off the 2, -2. Go back to 0. Back to gross mode. So, the biggest part of this whole process is trying to test how accurate the 4 to 20 signal is in regards to the calibration of the scale. So, keeping it at 0, I'm going to go ahead and turn this on. Get into DC mode. 4 milliamps at no weight on the scale, which is exactly the way it's supposed to be. So, to go to 20, I would need to do half of 16, which is 8. So if I put 50 pounds on, it should be 12 milliamps. Exactly. Put the 50 on. Bam. 12 milliamps DC voltage out to the PLC for the customer to monitor correctly. You know, as I kind of push on the scale a little bit, you can see it go up and down just like it should, and it comes right back. That's solid as a rock. That's actually really good. Very impressed with the setup. It is a little more expensive than Fairbanks or a Rice Lake, but it is worth it. The other thing about this too is that with these safe area indicators, or these are really our normal indicators, calling it safe area in this case, we can do a lot with these indicators on up to the different models. So we support these, and you know, we can do a lot. So there's other options too with the ZM series, as far as your bus interfaces, device net, your Profibus, Ethernet IP can be done. That's standard actually on here. So there's other things we could do with this, and yeah, this has been my review, and we like what we see so far. We hope you do too. Thanks.